Dean, after a week off, we're back into what's probably going to be a pretty important set of 3 fixtures. Is it good to be back out on the field?
Yeah, massively so. We get frustrated with the number of buys and the way this league's structured, and it's nobody's fault. It is the way it is, and everyone has to deal with it. Other teams seem to be doing it a little bit better than us at the minute. We came out a little bit either undercooked or a bit rusty, and they got a lot of joy in that first half, and especially in that first 30 minutes. We defended our own goal line really well, and to hold it to 0-0, I was quite happy because we didn't have a lot of the ball. And then Jimmy got sin-binned, and we conceded 2 tries, one from lack of numbers where Liam just walks in and the other was from a kick. And to be fair, you can't fault the lads on the effort there. There were green shirts in the frame, which we talk about all the time, and the bounce just went to the one purple chaser, which sometimes happens. Yeah. We dealt with that adversity well and then kicked on towards the back end of the first half.
That first, certainly 15 minutes or so, I think you could tell both teams were coming off a week off because it wasn't particularly good.
No, it wasn't a great game. There were lots of errors, there were mistakes. I think both teams went the wrong way when they had overlaps and they could have played shape. And then one of the teams, or both of us to be fair, didn't really keep the foot down and force the pressure and force the error until obviously the Midlands did, and we erred and give away a penalty, and then Jimmy was in the bin and they scored twice. The pleasing thing is the togetherness, the ability to react to adversity from our boys is insane. It's unbelievable. And we scored 2 nice tries. I thought Canberra's ability to generate game speed off the back of Ethan and Isaac and Simesy, and then he dived over and got his just rewards. And then we spoke about manipulating and playing certain shapes, and Jimmy hit Jude Ferreira who give it to Render, and what a finish in the corner. And to go in at half time probably wasn't a fair reflection on that first half, but it was a fair reflection on the 10 minutes of good rugby that we had in that first half. We only played for 10, yeah. So we need to make sure we fix that up.
And the second half started pretty much the same way as the first half did. Not again, both teams probably still a little bit in the dressing room coming out after half time, and it got back into that lull that the first half started with. Yeah,
we changed the way we wanted to play. We fought on our feet a little bit, and after 10 minutes we scored twice. I thought Jimmy's try was a nice try, again from that shape that we spoke about. I was really impressed then that the right edge in terms of their kick chase listened to what we spoke about in videos. We spoke about sliding it in behind and making sure we chased well, and had 4-5 green Hunslet shirts in the frame. The ball bounced up to George. George scores on his debut under the post. So sometimes it goes for you. It didn't in the first half when it bounced for a purple shirt, but it bounced into a green shirt's hand and he's gone under the post. But for me, the big change was potentially when we put Jack Coventry on. I thought he was really direct. Mm-hmm. He was really aggressive. He found a one-on-one that we spoke about as a middle, and he got a quick play the ball. I don't think he had a slow play the ball in his entire spell. He made great meters. And the thing that Cov did really well today was his kick pressure, his third man chop, his ability to get round the corner and defend. I was really impressed with Cov.
We brought George Flanagan Jr. in, following his dad's footsteps in playing down here.
Yeah.
How do you think he fitted in alongside Matty Barrel in the halves?
Yeah, really happy with him. He's a different threat to Matty. Matty will organise and structure us, and George is a huge run threat. That's not to take away from the fact that he can kick, he can pass, and he can create space for others. He's a huge run threat, and he has speed to burn. So it'll be exciting to see that partnership develop, and also him working with our 2 9s and Jimmy. That'll free Jimmy up a little bit to play as well. So I was really impressed with what hopefully will be a successful partnership for him.
It's maybe a little bit unfair just to judge him on today when he's only been here a week, yeah. But obviously the more he trains, the more he'll get used to styles and people.
The good thing is Huddersfield are giving him to us for every session. So he'll get around the boys a lot more. Sometimes with lone players you don't get that luxury, but he's here every day. He'll do another recovery session with Huddersfield in the morning as well, so he's getting the best of both worlds. He admitted that he was rusty, he's not played for a long time, and you could see that in maybe the first 20, but then when he got the ball he's electric and he's exciting. And sometimes having that threat then means they might flick another defender that way, which will give might Harold more space.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll see that develop over the next coming weeks. And
Matty showed some good game management towards the back end of that second half to slot the drop goal over when.
Yeah, we spoke about his kicking game, and he'd had a lot of kick pressure, but then we started to get on the front foot, and he dotted it over and took it way out of their reach. Really, to be honest, 3 scores was probably too much for them. I don't think they actually deserved to score in the second half, but again, Scott, we've discussed this loads. The more play the balls you give them in their 20, the more in our 20, the more likely they are that their big men will just fall over the line.
Yep.
Because eventually that happens. So we will be judged on potentially the number of times we give away a play the ball in our 20, and today it was too much.
Yep.
And they fell over the line.
Looking on to next week and the week after, things don't get any easier. We've got Rochdale coming here next week, and then we go to Oldham the week after. If we allow or give either Rochdale or Oldham that much ball in our half, let alone our 20, we're going to get punished a lot more.
Rochdale are probably the best attacking side in this competition. Gary Thornton always produces really fast, attacking, exciting teams to play against, and that challenge us defensively. I think defensively we are really good, but we need to be squeaky clean with the ball. We need to make sure that we execute what I ask them to execute, and everybody be involved in every play to challenge Rochdale. They're a completely different side to when we played them over there. They're a lot better side, and they've recruited recently and made themselves even stronger. So we need to make sure that we're switched on this week. We're not a side that can just switch on a Sunday and have a poor training week. We've got to make sure that we train well, and make sure their prep Friday, Saturday night going into Sunday is important, and then we really kick on.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on today, and we'll look forward to another home game next week.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Cheers.